Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Kevin from Personal Tutors. The poem that I'm going to explain today is No Men Are Foreign by the famous poet James Kirkup. My friends, this poem actually runs around the mankind, the humanity, the brotherhood that we share beyond the boundaries of the countries and the borderlines that we have marked upon the maps of the world. The poem actually has a feeling of brotherhood and oneness. It does make us remember that no matter what uniform, no matter what caste, what creed, what race, what nationality we belong to, deep down inside we are the same old human beings made to have brotherhood with one and another. I'll go ahead and read a few lines from the poem and give you the brief as well. The poem starts as, remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms a single body breathes. Like ours, the land of our brothers walk upon, is earth like this, in which we shall lie. Now, he goes ahead and explains very nicely that we should remember one thing, that no men are strange. We all do carry two hands, two eyes, one face, one head, two legs, the same limbs. It matters around the soldiers as well. The land that they walk on, the land that we walk on is beneath deep down inside the same land. Even if the soldier goes on a war, he really finds himself finding himself in front of the person in his own image. It's just the uniform and the language that differentiates them. Now, are fed by peaceful, they too aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. The toil that a soldier goes ahead and does in different lands is the same toil that our soldiers do for our own country land. The work hard, the labor is the same, the sun is the same, the air is the same that we breathe in, so there's no difference. Thus it's said that no men are foreign. Remember, they have eyes like ours, that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love in every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. The love that one shares for his family, for his beloved, for his near ones is the same love that the person goes ahead and shares with his own family members in another nation. So the bonding of the love, no matter what the region would be, no matter what the restraints would be of the boundaries, the political views, the basic love and the strength remains the same. Thus, the feelings shared in this poem are really good. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. Come on now, whenever we are asked to go ahead and hate someone, we should remember one deep down thing inside, that deep down inside we really share the same body, the same soul, the same love, the same feelings. So it doesn't matter. We may be belonging to a nationality, we may be belonging to a caste or creed, even uniforms. As I said, the soldiers even go ahead and learn the same fact that the person standing in front of them has the same flesh, has the same feeling, has the same sun and the air that we breathe. Remember, we who take arms against each other, it is human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Now, again, the poet is emphasizing that when we are asked to go ahead on a war and fight against some soldiers, we need to go ahead and keep one thing in thought, that the soldiers that we are fighting would be again having the same body, the same structure, the same air, the same sun. They would be going ahead and sharing it with us. We need to go ahead and remember that we are fighting against a nationality or a nation. We are actually going ahead and fighting against our own motherland, the earth, that has been divided by the political regimes, that has been divided by the Maharajas, the kings, the emperors. Deep down inside, the mankind remains the same. My friend, this poem actually goes ahead and depicts the Second World War era by James Kirkup. Being an English poet, James had a deep impact on the Second World War and actually went ahead and did many humanitarian efforts to go ahead and save the mankind from the epidemic of the wars. He actually went ahead and exclaimed it through his poems, through his short stories, that whom are we fighting for? The land, the nationality? Deep down inside we are mankind. This fellow went ahead and gave a respectable presentation on through the poems and the stories and stopped us to hunt the badhood of the war. Now I'll be going ahead and explaining you a few questions and answers. Beneath all uniforms, what uniform do you think the poet is speaking about, and how does the poet suggest that all people on earth are the same? Point 1. The poet is probably speaking about the uniforms that the soldiers wear at the time of the war. Exactly. Beneath all uniforms goes ahead and says the same flesh, the same body, the same soul, the same feelings that everybody has. So the poet goes ahead and writes the line specifically beneath all uniforms, that is, beyond all the boundaries, beyond all the terms and the conditions of the nationality involved, all soldiers have the same heart, the same soul. And the second point is, how does the poet suggest that all people on the earth are the same? Mankind, my friends, mankind bears the same notion of having two hands, a body, a heart, a mind, a soul. They have the same limbs. Nobody grows up with a third limb except it should be a different case. But here, my friends, definitely the poet exclaims that everywhere down the same we find our same image. So the only dividation that we have got is through the nationalities and the foundations of the political era. We need to realize this fact during the wars as well. The next question that I would be explaining is, in stanza 1 we find 5 ways in which we all are alike. The words that suggest the 5 ways in which we all are alike goes as, no men are strange. No men are strange, that's the first stanza, the words. Uniform. Uniformity goes ahead and explains everybody being together in one dress. Single body breeds. Although we go ahead and may have different forms, yet we breathe in the same air provided to us by Mother Nature. Land our brothers walk upon. Land our brother walks upon. It's just that we have divided the lands in form of countries and boundaries, or else the whole land remains the same. And the last one is earth like this, in which we shall lie. At the end of the day, every brethren, every brother, every brotherhood has to go ahead and die upon and has to be buried. So the poet James Kirkup, being a Catholic person, goes ahead and exclaims that at the end of the day, everyone has to go ahead, die and get buried deep down inside and get mingled with the Mother Nature. So these are the points that he has exclaimed. How many common features can you find in stanza 2? There are 5 common features in stanza 2, namely going, harvest, hands, labor, air, water. I'll repeat it: harvest, labor, air, water, and labor. Now, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, when do you think this happens and why? Who tells us? Should we do as we are told at such times? What does the poet say? Usually the brothers that we are talking about here is the soldiers on the opposite side of the land who are actually facing us during the times of the war. Now, since this poem mentions the irony, the agony and the grief of the war involved, the poet mentions that whenever we are asked to fight against our brothers, we should rather go ahead and keep one thing in mind, that deep down inside, it's the same person that we are looking forward in the same form that we do have. They may have been divided by the uniforms, they may have been divided by the political approach or the national boundaries, yet we need to know that down inside the same mankind shares the same air, the sun, the water, everything same alike. The poet goes ahead and says to remember that by hating our brothers, we are disposing and betraying the humanity and the mankind. Now, this is the poem that has been mentioned on an outbreak of a war and trying to go ahead and reconcile our dear soldiers to know one thing, that the person that we are fighting against is also a person belonging to the same mankind and the same brotherhood we share. So this was a post that I had gone ahead and explained to you. If you want to know something more about us, definitely click on the button about us. Have some questions, do comment us, and also I would suggest you to go ahead and request the data online, or you can go ahead and have the data in a pen drive as well. So this is what I go ahead and exclaim to you. As I said, that this is Kevin Lopez signing off. You can actually go ahead and check out a few more details for yourself. I've been going ahead and giving you lectures on these topics. I would suggest you to go ahead and subscribe our channel as well. We at Personal Tutors definitely go ahead and try to help out you through the series of the lessons available. So that's what I would suggest you to go ahead and do. I've been going ahead and providing the data for you, the online lectures for you on various standards. You can find it on the playlist of ours as well. So what I would suggest you is that you can go ahead and comment to us, and definitely we will be getting back to you. You can go ahead and contact me as well at my personal cell number, that is 7879656297. You can contact personal tutors. You can go ahead and give us the chance to go ahead and provide the data to you as well. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be signing off, sending you some more poems. Thank you very much. Do take care.